Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Use the options on the left to edit. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got a rematch of last year's divisional round in the NFC playoffs. It's the Buccaneers and the Lions, and it comes your way next.
From the automotive capital of the world, we get a look at a venue that pays homage to that industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep...
The punter, Jack Fox, to get this one started. And we're off in Detroit. Set to return this, Trey Palmer. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So here come the Buccaneers, ready for their opening drive. They're led out by the 7th-year pro, comeback player of the year contender last season in Baker Mayfield.
Your goal as a quarterback going into each and every season is to have a touchdown to interception ratio, Kate, of somewhere 2 to 3, and if you're great, 4 to 1. Anytime it's upside down like his outing last week with 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, you know that's not sustainable. It could lead to an awful lot of L's.
So after their first offensive snap, we'll have a break in the action. One of the linemen in need of some attention from the trainers. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory. And the Lions into a nickel set for 3rd down. Baker now from the gun. Completes this one to Otten. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Tight end motioning right. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. Mayfield to throw again. Short pass brought in. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you get even more.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Bend. Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked. Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Return starts at the 3. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So now it's the Lions' turn to head out for the first time on offense. And leading them out in his 9th NFL season, he experienced a real resurgence last year. It's Jared Goff.
The questions about Jared Goff's future as an NFL starter, whether he's a long-term answer in Detroit, those are long gone. This offseason, signing a lucrative deal, including over $170 million guaranteed dollars. What I love about what he's done in the Motor City is he's created a sense of belief, a confidence that they have been waiting for, clamoring for. When he steps on the field and into that huddle, he elevates everybody around him. He's made believers in Detroit. Quite a redemption story for Jared Goff.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Off play action, Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Here's Goff. This is complete to Gibbs. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. Tampa Bay sending its offense out. Their second drive coming up. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Mayfield now from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
First and 10, it's Mayfield. Grabbed by Chris Godwin. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Off the play fake, here's Mayfield. Got his target, it's Otten. And he nearly gets to the 25 before going out. All right, all set up now, first and 10. Here's Baker to throw. Finds him over the middle. He's got a gain of 6 there. Tackled by Jack Campbell.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback.
And that's a Tampa Bay touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Buccaneers go up 10-zip here in the first. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Khalif Raymond to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Detroit getting its offense set for their second drive. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Levante David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle. And we'll pause now. Looks like we had an injury on the play, working to identify who it was. And yeah, it's Jahmyr Gibbs who's getting looked at by the trainers. Here we go, 2nd and 9. That's complete to the back, David Montgomery. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And he'll get it up to the 44. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
First down throw from Goff. Connects with Montgomery. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. As that play comes to an end, we get a pretty quick stoppage from the officials. Players shaken up. It looks like, yeah, it's David Montgomery who's being helped out and in some pain. 1st and 10 from the 41. Throwing is gone. St. Brown's got it. Complete. And as this play goes out of bounds, all eyes turn to that flag on the field. An avoidable mistake, and that one's going to set the coaches off more than almost any other. And now they're going to mark off the yardage. Oh, an exceptionally painful penalty as it sets up 1st and 10 now inside the red zone. Working inside the red zone. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Shotgun snap here to Goff. This is hauled in by Peoples-Jones. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing again, it's Goff. Complete beyond the marker. And in for the Detroit touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
Point after converted from Badgley. And the Lions cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. On the return, here's Palmer. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now the Buccaneers set to take the field. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. And we'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. They'll start the drive with Warren. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. That was a Fatu Melifonwu there to make the play. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Godwin, the man in motion left. From the gun, Mayfield. On target to Godwin. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Hits him on the in route. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Hauled in by Godwin. And he gets him around 6 there. Brought down by the veteran Carlton Davis. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Baker throwing again. Completes this one to Otten. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Counterplay here, Warren. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Alex Anzalone there on the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Baker now from the gun. Fits it through the middle. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
From the red zone now. He brings it in. And he drives this forward to the 6. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Baker now. Chased out to his right. And they will score. It's a Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers stretch their early lead to 9. Baker Mayfield the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Returning it from the 4. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Lions offense returning to the field. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Eight yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, Goff. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. It's a 2-score game early. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Back and beginning the 2nd quarter. Lions in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Pass taken in by St. Brown. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Big play sets them up pretty here with 1st and goal from the 5. They give it to Vaki. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut, 2nd down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Goff to the air now. And he sails that one over the end zone. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now they're left with 3rd and goal. From the gun, Goff. And oh, he got it! Interception! And the Buccaneers will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
The Buccaneer offense back out for another series. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. And he's charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Alex Anzalone there on the stop. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Mayfield now from the gun. Got Evans, it's complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Mayfield on 1st and 10. He completes it in traffic. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Warren running between the tackles. And that hit stops him in his tracks. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Warren. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire 1st half. They drop him behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
He's on the move. He's running for it.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
On 4th down, the Buccaneers trying to put 3 on the board with Chase McLaughlin. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash. And he missed it. It's no good. And their lead holds steady at 10.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
The Lions getting ready to return to the field. They are coming off their 1st interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Gets this to Montgomery. They pick up 20 yards there. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
1st down throw from Goff. Connects on one to Jameson Williams. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Goff on 1st and 10. It's taken in by Williams. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal. Sending the tight end in motion left. They'll run here. It's Montgomery. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Once more, it's Montgomery. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
On 3rd and goal, Goff. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Detroit. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. You know, kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
Badgley for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. On the return, here's Palmer. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield ready for this next possession. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. This is Warren, headed right. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there, tackled by Jack Campbell.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Alex Anzalone there on the stop. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Mayfield set to pass. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Shotgun handoff to Warren. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Alex Anzalone there on the stop. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the gun, Mayfield. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down. Motioning him from the slot right. 3rd down, here's Mayfield. He has the 1st over the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down. Here's Baker. That one's cut along the left sideline. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Mayfield. Bails out of the pocket quick. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That right there is one of the biggest differences between the NFL and college game. Heck, the high school and Pop Warner game. Because when you break away from a sack at those lower levels, big things happen. But at this level, this big boy league, just because you get out of one guy's arms doesn't mean you're safe anytime soon.
And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
To the sideline, complete, and he's got the first down as he stays in bounds.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal. Mayfield to throw again. The back's got it. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
So through a flurry of points, we have hit the 2-minute warning. The Buccaneers looking for a bigger lead before the break. Baker throwing again. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Chris Godwin touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
That one splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers make it a 10-point ball game. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Here's Raymond on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Lions and running back David Montgomery getting back to work. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. On first down, it's Goff. Montgomery hauls this one in.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They go play action with Goff. Throwing this back in the end zone. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. Now after the incomplete pass, we've got someone shaken up and in need of some medical attention. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Throwing again, it's Goff. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Shotgun snap here to Goff. This is hauled in by Peoples-Jones. And that will not be enough for a first down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The Buccaneers are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Baker now from the gun. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Second and 3 now. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st and 10, it's Mayfield. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. 16 yards on the play. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st down, here's Baker. Rolling left, buying some time. Now here he goes. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that 1st down anyway.
Working inside the red zone. On the move, headed right. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This is going to be a 31-yarder from the right hash. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And that pushes the lead up to 13. We've reached the break. The Bucs visitors, but fighting out to an early advantage. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, let's hop over to New England. Check out the Patriots at home in Foxborough. And at the half, they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. The Patriots losers last week. They need to pull one back at home to avoid falling to 0-2. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And that game is tied as they take on the visiting 49ers. We saw a strong first half out of the former Heisman Trophy winner, Baker Mayfield. He's over 300 yards passing already as he's looking to possibly put his name in the record book. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think,
McLaughlin
the team whose defense shows up
ready
in the
to
second
send this
half
fly.
is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
Here's Raymond on the return. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Here comes the offense for Detroit to begin the second half. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half too as they chase this lead. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. From the gun, Goff. Connects with Montgomery. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Motioning one of the tight ends. 1st down throw from Goff. Finds Laporta. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
Running on second with Montgomery. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
That's caught for the first. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Goff on 1st and 10. Working the sideline. Oh, he got it. Drug the feet. That's a catch.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Short pass brought in. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. From the 23. Throw complete to Williams. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Montgomery. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Now Goff. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait.
And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Badgley with the extra point. And the Lions get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Bucky Irving now to return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. The Buccaneers ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And you know this firsthand, partner. You get above that 300 mark, you and your offense are going to have plenty of highlights to choose from by this point in the game. We're getting a look at some of them now. You just got to marvel at how well he's played the quarterback position here. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Mayfield now from the gun. That's to his back. Here's Rachaad White. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Tight end going in motion here. From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. Got his target. It's Otten. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
A give left side to Warren. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Play fake, it's Mayfield. Flushed out of the pocket. He's keeping it. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. Third down, here's Mayfield. On target to Godwin. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
The kick by McLaughlin is good. And that'll make it a 2-score game.
You know, you look at that third down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. On 1st down, it's Goff. Gets this to Montgomery.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Montgomery gets it from the gun. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Levante David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. This is Montgomery running right. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Yaya Diaby brings him down. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 48. They'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Goff to the air now. And he'll go down. The Bucs brought pressure and got him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Protection is always tested against a blitz, especially with all the different ways the defenses today disguise them. Couldn't quite account for the number of rushers that time, and it ends just how you expect. The quarterback needing a little help to get picked up off the grass.
The Lions readying for the punt. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his 1st one. His first effort went 47 yards. Brock looks to have a little more into this one. And the fair catch made here at the 15. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Bucs will be backed up pretty deep to start this drive. They're out and set. 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. This finds Evans, complete. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Kirby Joseph up for the stop. Everyone's prepped, it's 2nd down now. Warren here from the gun. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Alex Anzalone there on the stop. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3. Baker now from the gun. Got a man, Palmer has it. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it. Pressure coming, Baker. Completed over the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and 10 from the 41. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. They send a tight end in motion. On 2nd down, Warren. And they wrap him up after a short push to the 42. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. Back now, pressure on its way. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, 4th down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. It's fielded at the 14. And he'll scrape together what he can on the return. He gets it back to the 20. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Lions will go on offense. He gives to Montgomery to start the drive. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. That stop made by K.J. Britt.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and 10 from the 41. From the gun, Goff. Connects with Montgomery. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 46. St. Brown's got it, complete. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. A give up the gut to Montgomery. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Lions ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. Second and 6 coming up here. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Finds the in route, complete. And this one doesn't go far.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball, but a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
And tough sledding for him. Only room to get it to the 30. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Here's Goff. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions have cut it to a 3-point game here in the 4th. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Point after converted from Badgley. And the Lions cut the lead down to just 2. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. On the return, here's Palmer. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The visitors, down receiver Chris Godwin, getting set for another go. Their lead cut down inside a field goal, so points imperative here to get some breathing room. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. He's going to push one deep down the right. That's caught at the 25. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Things looking totally different after that last play. It's 1st and 10 inside the opposing 30. Trying an inside give to Warren. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll motion a tight end left. Mayfield now from the gun. Warren's got it, complete. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Now a give to Warren, coming right. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. To throw, Mayfield. Cut near the goal line. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal. Looking for it with Warren. Will score. It's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers push this to an 8-point game. Point after try upcoming to make this a 2-score game here in the 4th. The point after splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers push the lead to 2 scores now. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Here's Raymond on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. They threw it the whole way down the field on their last drive, and they'd welcome the same level of play on this series as well. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They bring a tight end in motion right. First down throw from Goff. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. He picks up 15 on the play, and that gives the Lions the first. Goff setting to throw. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Now Goff gets this to Montgomery. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Pass taken in by St. Brown. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Excellent pickup to move the chains, 36 yards in the end.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Working inside the red zone. Montgomery hauls this one in. Pickup of a few as he heads out of bounds. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. One of the tight ends motioning left. They go play action with Goff. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. They'll motion Peoples-Jones left. Goff on 3rd. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
You know, a couple of my favorite nicknames, Kate, over the last decade in football. The Legion of Boom, obviously, out in Seattle. But how about the no-fly zone that was cooking in Denver? That right there, that is a no-fly zone. Trying to make the play in the end zone, and a beautiful job by the defender to knock it away. This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. On the return, here's Palmer. He stopped on the return at the 27. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Counterplay here, Warren. And this time they won't surrender anything. They wrap him up at the line. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1. Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out. So 3rd down becomes much tougher for him as 3rd and 1 becomes 3rd and a much more difficult 6. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. 3rd down, here's Mayfield. And that's knocked away. The linebacker got him in the middle of the field, incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. He's got it at the 24. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. This one returned for 11 yards. And they're going to take over possession. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. One of the tight ends in motion left. Goff on 1st and 10. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball. I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The visitors and receiver Mike Evans headed back out. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this second half. 1st and 10, it's Mayfield. He'll get this complete to White. And he'll get it up to the 27.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Baker now from the gun. Finds his man. It's Godwin. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. They've got 1st down from the 31. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Completes this one to Otten. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Baker throwing again. This finds Evans, complete. And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Mayfield to throw again. This one's taken in by Otten. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down. From the gun, Mayfield. Dumped off to his running back. And he gets a 1 as we've come up to the 2-minute warning. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Warren running between the tackles. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. They'll go again with Warren. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st. First down, and they go right back to him. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Warren. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Buccaneers go up by 12 in the fourth. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
So the Buccaneers keeping their offense on the field. 2-point attempt coming up. And he's into the end zone for 2. That sets him up with a 14-point lead. Defense perhaps a little too worried about the pass there, partner, and as a result, they're able to run it in for 2.
It really becomes a numbers game down here. And you see a lot of teams employ this, right? If there's numbers there against the pass, we're going to be committed to running. If they stack the box, we got to be willing to throw it. In this case, it was a numbers advantage and the simplest path for 2 points.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Able to find Peoples-Jones here. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 2nd and 4. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Looking to throw it. And he'll go down. The Bucs brought pressure and got him. Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee and let this clock run out.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's a win for the visiting Buccaneers. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Buccaneers winners, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.